150, and
Yes,
that's the right thing to do. But it's the legality of it and the possible writing of a citation on a day that is at 99 versus 101.
Well, it's from day one, sir. The biggest thing that I instructed my officers to do is that we're going to educate the community as much as possible. Even if it's at 98 tomorrow, we're still going to educate the community about wearing masks. You don't want to get to the point that it does escalate. And that's why we'll use all of our de-escalation skills as possible. We recognize that from the beginning, and we're just adjusting to it. Now, if the ordinance is to be repealed, then that's a decision that the board will have to make, and we will adjust from that. But my orders still stand to my officers is that we go out and even if you see a person, they need a mask, and we talk to them, hey, here you go. Just don't throw it down and litter in front of us. Now you got to charge. But outside of that, we'll continue to educate. But I would like to hear what does the board recommend us to do?
Okay. I think we're going to be in limbo for a week or two, possibly. Statistically, we are going to probably be at a point where we stay below 100, and that would be a future agenda item for us to talk about is if we stay below 100 for 5 days or 2 weeks, at what point do we repeal the ordinance? So, yeah, we're kind of in uncertain waters at the moment. So we just got to see statistically how the numbers come in over the next few days or weeks. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Langstaff.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Young.
Yes, sir. I just want to thank the community and all of those folks who are abiding by the law, abiding by the ordinance to wear masks. I am of the opinion that the mask ordinance worked just as it should have. The decrease in numbers and the rapid decrease in numbers is absolutely due to wearing a mask. I got statistics that show that everything surrounding Dougherty County is still above the threshold. The state average is twice the threshold. But here in Dougherty County, we were able to go up under that threshold, and it's a time to celebrate. It's not a time to gloat. It's a time to celebrate because we are doing as the CDC and our local healthcare leadership have asked, and we are wearing masks, and we should continue to wear masks. When you reach your goal weight, if you're on a diet, you shouldn't just say, okay, I'm going to go right back to eating everything that I was eating before I started my diet. You continue to keep on that healthy path, and I hope that's what the community continues to do. I appreciate the chief for his leadership and the Albany Police Department in providing that education, because that's what it's all about. I hate that this mask issue has been politicized as it has, because again, we know what we've been through and we know what we've lost in Albany, Georgia, and that's what this mask is supposed to do. It's supposed to stop the spread. It's give you a mask if there's somebody that wants to, kind of put everybody else at risk because they have a political or some other type of opinion about it. That's fine, but you don't need to be in public trying to express yourself politically and putting somebody at health risk. And that's what this ordinance is about. So I hope that, we see the value in that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Ms. Subadan, can you give me an update in the next 14 days about those gates along the trail? I mean, they need to come down, both of them. I mean, I'm kind of getting a little more upset about that every day. Secondly, the consultants, we voted tonight on changing the name of Carver Park, so I guess I should say Coach Driscoll Park, but we have a consultant, and apparently they're in the process of trying to get public input, and with the problems we have in this current climate, most of it's being conducted remotely. I would like to be put in place with the center director, and if he or she has been there for less than a year, I'd like to meet with the center director who was there before he or she. I think what we need to do is get commissioners, ministers with congregations in that neighborhood involved to let people know what's going on, because I don't think very many people are aware. I know there are a lot of elderly folks that live in that neighborhood, and probably a high percentage of folks don't have internet access in their home. So we need to make sure that the public is aware of our plans to revitalize that park, and so that they can be considered in that process. And with that, Ms. Subadan, could we have the center director, or maybe the former center director, call me, and of course anybody else who wants to meet with them? I mean, I certainly think that that individual or individuals would know who uses the facility, and also the potential citizens who would otherwise come if if these improvements are implemented. But,
yes, sir.
Ma'am?
Yes, sir. Joel is on the line. He said he wanted to share something on that. Is that okay?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Joel.
Hi, Mayor. How you doing?
Good evening. How you doing, Ms. Holmes?
Hey, good. Just want to kind of update you real quick. We just did the online survey with the community, and we kind of expected the results may be a little low, and they were. But what we did, we had the center director you're speaking of, Ms. Linda Harris, and her manager, Cecilia Bynum. We printed out hard copies of the survey, and they canvassed the neighborhood, and we actually got back 100 responses in writing. And we just actually scanned those today, and we sent those to Mark Bond, who's the associate with Lowe's Associates that we're working with. So we just scanned those, sent them to him today, and he said it'll take him about a week or two to go through 100 hard copies and input the data. He's going to get us a report back, and we'll, of course, share that with you. And again, this is an initial survey. We're going to do a little bit more in-depth one now that we have some basic information and the input. He'll formulate that into a little bit more developed plan. We'll ask for more input to make sure we're on the right path. But I can certainly get you in touch with Ms. Harris and make that opportunity.
I look forward to speaking with her. And one last thing, and I'm sorry to prolong the meeting. Ms. Subadan, has the school board indicated they'd be willing to participate in this project in any way?
I haven't asked them. You mean in terms of
revitalizing the park? Yes, ma'am.
I think what we're waiting for is for the study. The study does include, I believe, the surrounding properties that are owned by the school board, and how that may be useful in a revitalization effort. In my conversations with the superintendent, he's always very open to partnerships with the city. So I think if out of the plan there was a need for the school property that's adjacent, I'm sure they'll work with us. Well, but I haven't formally asked him because we don't have a plan.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot more we can do with our recreation centers with after-school programs, and we need to certainly explore that in the design phase. But with that, I appreciate staff, commission, for your participation tonight. And with that, this meeting will be adjourned, and we will meet again.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I did want to let the board know that we have been off the air for at least the last 3 to 4 minutes. So I don't know if we want to kind of stick a pin in that for the record, because we've been off. I've been following it on Facebook. I don't know if TAC wants to give us a,
Yeah, they did let me know. They sent me a text message saying it looks like we lost our Facebook stream. I'm not sure what happened. They don't know what happened either.
Are we on channel 16? I thought we were also on channel 16.
I think we rebroadcast delayed it's a few minutes delayed on 16. I'm asking now if that recording is happening.
Do we know how we're doing on the Nielsen ratings?
Okay.
So, Commissioner, can we go ahead and adjourn, or we go?
That's fine.
You want to wait?
No. I just wanted to make a note that that's what happened.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, we'll stand adjourned, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody on Sunday.
Bye, everybody.